Every year, the modern car industry offers new models of vehicles that have gasoline or diesel engines that were actually designed long ago. However, there is always room for improvement. Engineers from different countries around the world have proven this many times by representing car engines completely different from those that people across the globe are used to seeing. Today, equipping a vehicle with a charging system is a simple and effective way to increase a car's power. But it was 1962 when the world heard about the first turbocharged car called the Oldsmobile Jetfire. The sight of it made people gasp with surprise and shocked, really shocked everyone with its power. Its 8-cylinder 3.5-liter engine remained practically unchanged, but it got Garrett turbocharger supplied with special turbo rocket fluid. This fluid prevented the high 10-to-1 compression V8 engine from detonation. Back in those days, there were no detonation sensors, so this extreme mix of high compression and turbocharging could come to a sorry end for a neglectful driver that didn't use the fluid or keep the fluid tank full. The turbo rocket fluid from Oldsmobile was a mixture of distilled water, methanol, and had a corrosion inhibitor, which in 1962 seemed like something that was from science fiction, which allowed the car to speed up very quickly. The Jetfire lasted only 2 years on the market and had to be scrapped because of the numerous complaints against engine overheating problems and empty tanks without turbo rocket fluid, which in turn led to the turbocharger and engine overheating. But we should give proper respect to the car, as it suggested a bold decision and launched the very first production of a turbocharged V8. Cizita V16T vehicle was produced by the same name company, founded by former employees of the famous Lamborghini Corporation. The Lamborghini founder wanted to become a worthy competitor for Ferrari, and the Cizita founders wanted to become a worthy competitor for Lamborghini. But the second attempt failed, unlike the first one. Cizita V16T had a 16-cylinder engine. Actually, it was two 8-cylinder car engines from the Lamborghini Urraco, which were connected to each other at the backsides. It would seem that such a tough two-engine design would produce twice as much power. But it was nothing like that. 560 horsepower and 100 kilometers an hour in 4.4 seconds. Nothing special. And repair, quite common when it comes to complicated engineering solutions, was expensive. Repairs had to be made quite often due to the low reliability of the engine. That is why the production of Cizita V16T was limited to just 20 cars. The next engine we are going to talk about can be easily described with the word most added to its every feature. The most sophisticated, the most powerful, the most reliable, the most unique. You will always find something to add to the list. We are happy to present the legendary V16 engine with 16 cylinders, 64 valves, and 4 turbochargers with a total capacity of 3,000 horsepower. Only one car in history was honored to have such a beast under the hood, the Bugatti Veyron. It is as legendary as the engine itself because the V16 was designed especially for this car. The engine is fully hand-assembled. It takes 1 week to produce one engine. All parts of the engine are delivered in special cases to avoid even the smallest defects. The Bugatti V16 consists of approximately 3,500 parts, while most other engines consist of 1,700 parts. Once the engine is assembled, it undergoes computer diagnostics that check everything. Moreover, the engine is cooled by a unique specially designed system with 15 radiators, with each one having 600 fins combined into 20 blocks. All this power gives the Bugatti Veyron V16 a right to be called the fastest car in the world, with a maximum speed of 407 kilometers per hour. Not to mention that it speeds up to 300 kilometers in 17 seconds. In spite of all its unimaginable complexity, the engine has left a mark in history, not only as the most powerful, but also as one of the most reliable engines of all that were assembled for the entire automotive industry history. A counter-piston diesel engine with amazing architecture. The design approach of this power unit engages the idea of producing a more economical and more environmentally friendly car engine. It has 3 cylinders with 6 pistons moving pairwise, which internally balance the engine, hence its name. A fuel injection system, which is basically a part of fuel injectors next to each of the cylinders, is located square with the pistons. The piston's movement, in turn, provides the fuel combustion. This design solves several problems. The engine not only consumes less fuel due to the absence of conventional combustion heads, which cause the heat loss, but produces lower emissions in comparison with normal diesel engines. The last engine in our list was designed by Gerhard Schmitz in 2000. It is just a concept for the moment because despite certain advantages, it has a number of weak points as well. This unique invention is a 5-stroke, 3-cylinder engine that has one low-pressure cylinder functioning in a 2-stroke mode, located between two high-pressure combustion cylinders which work under high pressure and a central low-pressure cylinder. The idea is that the engine design can save up to 10% more fuel. To increase fuel efficiency, the secondary cylinder is used as an expansion processor to extract more energy from the partially unburned fuel, which is timed to exit on the 4th stroke of the engine earlier than a traditional 4-stroke engine. The first 2 cylinders do not burn the gas completely and release the remains into the 3rd central cylinder, which takes this leftover energy from the 2 cylinders and then burns it. There is only a prototype model of this engine because of its non-standard dimensions and design, which makes it impossible to install under the hood of a regular car. And with this, our tour to the world of exceptional engines is over.